What statements are not offered for truth in hearsay challenges? Imagine being in a courtroom where every word spoken out of court is scrutinized. Some statements are admitted to show something other than what they say. That's where understanding what is not hearsay becomes important. When a statement is introduced, it is usually to prove what was true. But if it's used for a different reason, it might not be hearsay at all. For example, if someone says, "I was scared," to show their state of mind, that's not to prove they were actually scared but to show how they felt. Similarly, if a witness says, "I heard the light was green," it might be to show they were told about the light, not to prove the light was green. The key is why the statement is being introduced. If it's to show the effect on the listener or the speaker's intent, it's not hearsay. This is useful because courts want to admit evidence that helps explain what happened, even if the statement itself isn't true. For instance, a lawyer might say, "This statement shows the person was aware of the fact," which is different from proving the fact itself. Another example is words that have legal importance, like a threat or an offer, which are used to show what was communicated, not whether the statement was true. Also, statements made to explain why someone acted a certain way afterward are often not hearsay. For example, if someone says, "I heard the alarm go off," to explain why they left the scene, it's not to prove the alarm was ringing but to show their reaction. Courts look at the purpose of each statement carefully. If it's not offered to prove the truth of what was said, it can usually be admitted. This helps keep relevant evidence in front of the jury while avoiding hearsay objections. So, in essence, statements not offered for truth are those used to show feelings, reactions, knowledge, or legal acts, not to prove that what was said was true. This distinction allows lawyers to use a wider range of evidence to tell their story and helps judges decide what evidence is fair to consider.